Let the rock and roll fill rage. Evil 10 bits flying, time to engage. We're a squad of misfits, united in fun. In the land of Twitch, our victory's won. depths of the Twitch stream, where the vibes are bright, there's a gaming catastrophe trying with all his might. You'll be fumbling through levels, but he's got one thing right. Chat's there to lift him up through every pixelated fight. Ruby's cursing at the game, hands trembling on his keys, but chat's filling up his screen with love and good vibes that please. Through the lag and glitches, they're his greatest expertise. Yubi knows he's got it all when chat is there to appease. Yubi feels the love from chat, the streamer's shining star. Through every fail and epic fall, they never drift too far. With every emote and pop jam, they heal his broken heart. Yubi X chat forever till the game tears them apart.
The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17. It is rated TV MA LSV and contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I like steak.
Time to do some sketchy shit. Do-da, do-da. Hope I get away with it. Oh, the do-da days. Oh!
Now, check it out! Vanilla Thunder in the house! Dustin, ready for bed, running full of bars, flowing from his head, got hair flowing and long. He's dropping jokes and songs of bomb. Oh, science, kinda like milk that's expired. Vanilla Thunder from the plains of Texas. Vanilla Thunder's comedy Lexus. Vanilla Thunder, game catastrophe. That's just who he is. Our boy Yubi. Stepping up and
Oh, wait. I'm the one doing the live. I can't just be hanging out in the chat, can I? Hey, how you doing? It's Tuesday night. It is Tech Talk Tuesday. Let's get that off there. How is everyone doing this evening? Yeah, so programming note you may see on the tagged message up there is that Ted will not be doing his live tonight. He's still doing his premiere, but he's not going to be available to do his live. So we may go a little longer this evening just because we can. And yeah, we do have an echo. Hang on a second. Boom, there it is. Yeah, that gets rid of the echo. I have I was doing some other audio work, and I had the microphone chain in a slightly different position, so that should clear that echo out. Thanks for pointing that out. So yeah, so like I said, Ted will not be doing his live like normal tonight, but his 8:15 premiere, 9:15 on the East Coast will be there like it normally is. So like I said, we can go a little longer tonight. We don't have to stick to the solid format that we normally do, so that we can get out of the way for Ted's live. So yeah, tonight's topic is the difference between like the neural amp modeler style and the THU or amplitude style digital amps. That's the word I'm looking for. They're kind of two fundamentally different philosophies in how digital amps create their tone. Both can sound really good, but how they get there is the different spot. NAM, which is a neural modeler, it learns the sound using machine language learning. The THU or amplitude, those sort of things, they're a component modeler. They actually simulate the circuits digitally. So it's like a digital representation of the transistors and the diodes and all of those sort of things. So for NAM, the neural modeler is kind of a black boxed approach. NAM specifically stands for Neural Amp Modeler. And it actually uses AI to learn the behavior of an actual amp and cabinet setup. It's more of a capture of a tone, or kind of like a profile of the tone. You basically you feed it the sound of an actual physical amp, and it learns the relationship of that sample or that sound with various known sounds being played through it. It doesn't know anything at all about tubes or resistors or transformers or capacitors or anything. It just knows that when a specific waveform X goes in, it comes out and looks like this waveform Y. That's all it really does. Now, the pros to that is it's really insanely accurate snapshot of a specific amplifier at a specific amount of settings. It can reproduce the unique quirks that a boutique or vintage gear has. And once it's trained, the training takes forever, but once it's done training, it's incredibly fast for reproducing that sound. The con of that is it only knows that exact captured setup. So it only knows that specific amp, the specific settings that are dialed into that amp, that specific cab that's being run through, the exact mic placement of that on that cab, which means that you can't really tweak it very deeply. You can change the gain or try to adjust the tone on it and those sort of things, but it might make it sound very different than what it would really sound like. For example, if you grab the tone knob, you grab the mid and scoop it back, it may sound very different than what it sounds like if you scoop the mids that are going through it or coming out of it. And of course, the quality of that sound is going to depend entirely on the quality of the capture of that training data that it's being trained off of. Basically, it's kind of like taking an actual photo of a perfect tone. It's frozen specifically in time for that. So again, the best part about that is it grabs all those little nuances, all the little the sag, power sag that a particular amp might have because of its tubes and those sort of things. I do not, Blue Mox, but I will look that up for you. So the other one, the component modeler, things like THU and amplitude and those sort of things, are the opposite. They're a white box approach. Those tools actually simulate the electrical circuit in an amp or in a plug-in, or not a plug-in, but a pedal, those sort of things. And it does it mathematically. So the software knows that there is a triode here and there's a resistor here, and that it tries to model using math what those interactions would be like for an actual piece of analog equipment. It's built from literally they build it based off of the data they know about the circuits on those, the actual schematics, or actually having one and physically opening it up and seeing how everything is laid out and that sort of thing. So it's not trained on the example of an amplitude of an actual amplifier. It's trying to physically digitally recreate that amplifier. So the pros on that is the exact opposite. It is infinitely tweakable. When you turn the knobs or swap a cap, you can actually physically change a tube inside of it. Those sort of things that you actually can get those changes. They're really good for exploring like the family of an amplifier as opposed to a specific tone that you would get out of one specific amplifier. And they're very predictable and they're very stable in their behavior settings. But the capture is, well, that predictability and that behavior is really clean. It's really clinical. It's sterile is what I like to call that tone. It doesn't capture the little nuances, the little transients, and the imperfections that an actual amp would probably have for you. And it's actually the area that a lot of the people who are resistant going from analog to digital have the problem in. It's because of the way that modeling happens, is that it sounds really, there's no character to a lot of those. It's kind of like if you made a 3D model of an amp. You know, you can literally grab it and turn the knobs and push the buttons and physically move its position around. You can take the same thing, a component modeled microphone, and put it at a different spot, a physical different spot, a different distance away from the cab, and it will try to simulate that for you and be more accurate than it would be for, say, a NAM model, because a NAM model, it literally is done from a single set of captures. So that's the pros and cons, kind of the differences between the two styles. Now, which one is better? That's completely up to you. It's which one's better for your particular tone. But, yeah. So that's it. That's the nuts and bolts, without getting way too technical into it, of how what the difference is between those two styles of amp modelers. So we'll throw it open for questions. Questions about amp modelers, questions about anything digital, just like we always do. Questions about anything else. If nobody has any questions, we'll play some music. If need be, I can actually probably whip the guitar up and we can listen to the difference between the two. That would take some setup to do, but it's definitely something we could do. Where do babies come from? That's a good question. Plug it in. Yeah. So when a semen having parental unit enters into a willful contract with a ovulating egg having parental unit. Sorry, I'm trying to not get banned from YouTube. So from the Cabbage Patch. Or from the Garbage Pail. Those people who remember Garbage Pail Kids. All right, well, if we're going to do this, let's switch to that window. This is my full setup, just so that we can get a fair comparison of the two. I'm going to start a brand new session out of it. All right, give me just a moment. I will need to set this up properly. Actually, no, I won't even use Element for this. We'll go straight through those. All right, so this is just the base stock neural amp modeler. Need to set it up. Yeah. Input on that should be. Hang on a second. Ubi was definitely ready for this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not totally sure this is set up the way I want it to be. Yeah, that's not set up the way I want it to be. So we'll go back through. We'll do this through Element. So instead, since I have elements set up properly for this. Fascinating for all of you. I know this is just riveting. All right. Audio, just make sure you're set correctly. Going up 7. I need that 4th one there. Okay. Modeler. Should be my guitar, if I remember correctly. Yep, there we go. All right. Yep, you guys can hear that too. Okay, so to make this fair, we'll do this and we'll do THU. And I have a... Here, no, it's in working. All right, so this is a Marshall JCM 800. Escape out just a little bit. But we can hear how that sounds. And this is no effects or anything, so I'm going straight from my input into NAMM. So there's no plugins, there's nothing between it between it and anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to throw THU up in there. That's under overload, THU. And we'll get its JCM 800. So we can basically A/B test and write from here. Pretty sure that's the right one. The Rock 75 UK. Yeah, modeled off. This is based off the JCM 800. So these two. So right away you can notice the difference. The other one is a modeled after somebody's actual capture of their setup of their JCM 800. So it's got their gain staging setup in there. It's got what else do they have? Let's take a look at that. This just says full rig, so it doesn't tell us exactly what all is in there. But they could have had, for example, they may have had a tube screamer in front of it. They may have got some additional EQ out of the back end of it. They may have a custom cabinet they're running out of. We don't know, because all we know, unless we actually go to the site where I got this one from and looked up and see if they said, hey, this is what we captured it off of. So we could try to recreate that with overloud. So it needs a bit of drive in front of it. Less drive, a little more tone to it, or a little more level to it. Back just a little bit. Also, these are things that we can do in here. So I'm actually able to tweak the knobs and everything. I can take the voltage regulator and bring it down, which allows me to push the amp harder without having it be louder. You see how I'm starting to get a lot more of the breakup in it? That's from turning the voltage regulation down on it. And then with that, we can actually bring the drive up a little bit. Bring the level up. So like I said, you've got a lot more, you have a lot more control over things. So, and it sounded like the other one had a bit of reverb to it. Let's listen to it. Also sounds like it's got significantly more mids in it, so we can bring the mids up over here. And I can already tell you, the cab is another major thing. This is not the right cab for it. Let's replace it with the 4x20 vintage. That's a little better. This is a modeled cab. Same type thing where it's trying to. Hang on, this just needs a little bit of noise gate on it. There we go. So it's literally the cab itself is just like the amplifier in that it's ones and zeros. You can mix and match though, so we could go in here and we could actually switch this to an IR, which is the same type of thing that we were talking about with the way the neural amp modeler works. So this is an IR based off of a 4x12 cab with D30s in them. But like I said, that's the main difference between the two of them is the NAM model is plug and play. This is already pre-set up. So when I loaded this, all I did was bring the noise gate up a little bit, and I even turned the EQ off, so that we would use just the natural EQ that was set up for that particular NAM model. And it sounds pretty good out of the gate. I mean, really. Over here, though, in THU, we had to go in and we had to change and dial in the settings like you would on an actual amplifier. Actually probably could use a little bit more gain. Let's actually bring gain back a little bit. A little more clear. So yeah, that's the major difference between the two of them is so did that make it clear as mud to everybody? To be honest, this needs a little bit of reverb. There we go. That sounds good. I think the bean dip's already been made. Am I using a loop back to my streaming software or just straight out of it? So I actually have, the way I'm set up here is that I use Voice Meter for all of my routing. So I actually have my guitar coming in via the ASIO on lane number 4 here. And what I do in Element is I grab lane number 4 and make it an output in here. In this case, I'm literally just using one piece of it from here. I know this is I've mapped these. This is lane 3. Is that 3 that it is? Good question, noobs. Yeah. So these two inputs over here are lane 3, which is my Chrome. And then these two inputs over here is lane 4, which is the guitar. So from there, I'm running it through everything, and then the output goes back into lane number 7 on voice meter here. So I turn that off, so you don't hear it at all. And so from there, this guitar goes into A1, which is the Focusrite. So it goes back into the Focusrite's loops, which goes into my ears. It also goes to A2, which is an auxiliary pair of headphones that I use sometime. But more importantly, it goes into B3, which B3 goes into OBS. So that's why you can also hear what I'm playing here. That's how I get around the fact that ASIO locks to one item. So apparently it's not done. Use a little distortion too, or not distortion, but delay. A little delay on there. No. Let's bring that tongue back, way back. Keep back and the aspects off. So, but to the to what people say though is that I can tell how sterile that sounds to me. It's very straight. If you don't necessarily need the mixing capability, the ability to change volume pots and the stuff, Chris, you can go with another product by the same company called Matrix, and it's more of a switchboard style and allows you to create virtual instruments, or not virtual instruments, but virtual inputs and outputs that you can send things to. It's a little more flexible, a little more robust. I use Voicemeeter because I have automation on Voicemeeter. Like, for example, when we're playing the theme song, I don't know if you saw that. Watch this lane here, this 8th lane over here.
No! Check it out! Vanilla Thunder in the house!
I have automation that controls that. You'll notice that I didn't move my mouse. This is the only reason why I use this. That one, and I've got a bunch of different automations that are very similar to it. Otherwise, I'd use Matrix because Matrix is much more simple to lay out. Go look at some of my old patches. Not bad. Remember what most of these things I had in here. Been so long since I've used anything out of THU. Kind of an AC/DC vibe to it. So there you go. Hopefully that illustrates what I just described to you earlier, and makes it as clear as mud for everybody. That's my goal, to dump a bunch of knowledge on you that you can't figure out. It's my evil plan so that you will stay dependent on me and constantly need to come and ask me more questions. All right, any other questions, though? Which we're floating a little bit longer than normal because, again, Ted's Live is not happening tonight. Yeah, see, so using something like a THU, it gives you that feeling of, tweaking the knobs and twisting everything and setting stuff up like you would with a real amplifier. But like I said, you lose so much of the nuance that's the reason why I switched to NAMM, was because it does a better job of capturing the little bits and pieces that make an amp more alive. So the weather in Iowa, kind of windy today. We were getting gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. And about 52 degrees. So it's supposed to drop down close to freezing tonight, so that'll be interesting. So the latency depends less upon the equipment and more upon the audio chain that you set, unless you're just throwing tons and tons and tons of plugins and stuff in it. That usually the latency doesn't really hit you there, unless of course you put like something really heavy in there, like a pitch shifter or something like that. Yes, so THU, depending on which EQ you use, this is the parametric EQ, and it absolutely allows you to set frequency and the Q on the EQ. As you see, they have knobs for frequency and Q. And for the record, this is not a sponsored video for Overloud or for neural amp modeling. This is just me describing the differences because I actually get asked. This is a question I get asked. So yeah, so that's under THU. That's THU's built-in parametric EQ. Now, if I'm EQing something, I'm going to go with Tokyo Dawn's Nova, TDR Nova. It's got number one, it has the everything that previous EQ has set up. The difference is you can actually, you can manually move stuff and shape it by hand if you wanted to, but you can dial the Q, frequency, the gain, and the whole nine yards in here. But it's this is actually a dynamic EQ, so you can even turn on a threshold so that the EQ only pops up after a certain threshold and those sort of things. So it does everything that other one does plus. So well, I mean, Tim, we got to get you on a platform that'll do this sort of thing. But yeah. Hey, Guitar Bob. Good to see you. Actually, yeah, no, don't listen to Brian, Timothy. He is the actual tech support of our entire guitar community. So if you have anything that's computer related that's messed up, you want to talk to him because he's got the most experience. And also, if I missed any questions back there, ask again because obviously I try to catch everything as you guys post, but while talking sometimes I miss something, and I apologize if that happens. So if there's ever a situation like that, if you've asked a question or something and I missed it, it's not that I skipped over you, it's just that I missed it. So just ask again. It's not going to make me mad. I'd rather have you ask until I answer it than have it completely missed and not get an answer at all. You're missing another important step. So I'll teach you the true. I posted this. I posted this a long time ago in your Discord. The steps for troubleshooting, true tech support troubleshooting, is first, turn it off, turn it back on. If that doesn't work, 2, hit it with a rock. If that doesn't work, hit it with 2 rocks. If that doesn't work, it's definitely broken now and replace it. But the key is you got to have that second rock in there. It's important. I didn't say you get caught with it. I'm just saying you have to have it. Well, I mean, not everybody has a fire axe. It's usually not that hard to go find a rock. .12 gauge does work. Play some tunes. Actually, why don't I play the new... Nope, that's not it. Let me load this one up so that we can play this on here. Turn that up. Make sure you guys can actually hear this. Helps if I can hear it. Oh, I know it. I know why we can't hear it. Hang on. I can fix this. I can fix this. That needs to go there. That's why we ain't hearing it. Booby, fix your machine. There it is. It's already out, Malachi.
Tearing it up on a princess, screaming its riffs in the night, sending its music all over the world, letting it down, letting it fight. Finally, we all come tenderly, shredding and made in a way.
I did so little on this song. I really shouldn't even get any credit for it. I did that little lead part in the intro and the slide, and that's it. No, nothing, no AI on this song at all. 2 yards. There goes Steve tearing it up. So the story behind this is a community collab for Timothy Richards. There's Vinny tearing it up. And there's Chris. Oh, the song is absolutely a killer, dude. First, you got to find that metronome, Brian. I mean, Bill did all the heavy lifting. He took all of our chaotic parts and made them somehow sound good together. I'm gonna be honest, Blue Mox. I don't know. I just played E and A on mine. That's all I played. So I think it's E minor. See, I actually don't play slide guitar. I was trying to figure out something to do for my part on it. I'll drop the link in chat, by the way, for those of you to go check it out. So I don't play any slide. I actually don't even have a slide. I picked up... I have a AAA battery that's sitting here, that's dead AAA battery that's sitting on my desk, and I picked it up and was messing with it as I was trying to figure out a part for it, and the slide part just sounded good, and I'm like, all right, I'll go with it. And so, yeah, that's how my part on it came out. But it's just, I'm up in the opening. I have the lead lead at the very beginning, and then the slide just after that. It made it kind of this dark, dark southern rock type feel to it on top of it. It just sounded really good. Then everybody else was, they contributed so much more than what I did. But the whole thing, the whole song just came together outstanding. And again, that's Bill. That's all Bill. That's the producer mixer, and obviously the majority of the track. But I love doing collabs like that. Speaking of collabs, as we're getting close to wrapping it up here in just a little bit, I will be doing a collab starting at the beginning of November. We'll be doing another big community collab, and I am finishing up the idea behind it, and be watching my posts. I will post info on it, and we'll talk about it on stream once I have everything all figured out. So this is going to be unlike the last one, which was the song and a hat. This will be here's the track. Take it, play with it, send it back to me, and we'll mix it together. Very similar to kind of what we just did here. So that's the general on it. But yeah, that's how we're going to do that. Big community collab. Everybody will be completely. Everyone's welcome to play whatever you want. Little parts on it. Yeah, I know. I have my chips and everything, and apparently not going to have any. I want to see Brian in fringes. I really do. Fringes and the big old bell bottoms. Tassels. All right, last chance for any questions you may have for, well, like I said, anything. Guitar related, digital related, anything along those lines. Chance to talk to me directly about it. Will we take a break before Ted's preview? Yeah, platform shoes, for sure. We'll get him a fro. Those big microphone pop screen fros. Song and a Hat's going to be a yearly thing, Steve. I think we're going to do it each year, once a year. My goal really is to do a community collab every quarter, every 3 months or so, and have them as different style collabs. So that was my thought on how to do those. And I don't have to be the only community collab guy, by the way. If anybody else has a great idea for a collab, run with him. It doesn't have to be run through me. I am not the collab gatekeeper. You're welcome to run any collab, and I will be happy to jump into your collab. I'll be happy to collab with anybody on anything, to be honest. So now, Blue Box, I'm seeing I'm seeing Brian in my head singing "You Ain't Woman Enough to Be My Man" like The Rock did, and get and be cool. That's what I'm mentally seeing from that idea. See ya, Timmy. Actually, what I would love would be to hear all of you other guys that were part of that collab sit on camera, because I know none of the rest of you do lives. Vinny does. Vinny does sometimes. I'd like to hear you just sit on camera and talk about your inspiration, what you did, that sort of thing, just like I just did there. Um, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your process and all that. That'd be cool. I think that'd be really neat. Do a making of type video. VH1 behind the music style. That'd be neat. Yeah, me too. And that's why I'm definitely gonna do some more. Yeah, what really got me pumped into what really got me pumped into doing creating and stuff was um, entering to that shred, the biggest shred collab 7 or whatever that Jared Dines had. That's what pushed me. And I've got to restring mine, Chris. Yang has languishing back there. I've got strings. The sad thing is I have strings. I just haven't changed her strings. Been so lazy. We'll call it lazy. The truth is, I've been fighting depression and anxiety recently, but we'll just say lazy. It's easier. Comes with less baggage. Well, it's real simple, Malachi. You'll set your phone up, record what you want to say, and then we'll take it, and we will we'll make you and turn you into a silhouette, and do the voice changer thing. Then you don't have to worry about it. You won't actually be on camera. Oh, no kidding. I mean, technically, I guess you're right. I mean, it's only missing the G string. It's not like it's, something major. It's not like a string I use or anything. Played this guitar in forever. Load up the right tune. I don't think it's in tune. What do you think? That E was all the way down to E flat. I mean, I love the sound of this guitar, don't get me wrong. God, how much I love the hot rails in this bridge. Kelly is not supposed to rock this hard. a lot easier to bend that D string without that G in the way. Let's see standard instead of drop C. I can't even play that song because I don't have the G string. Matter of fact, I'm going to go restring this song. I'm actually going to restring this tonight. Since I picked it up and played it, I remember how much I love playing this guitar. Yeah. The problem is, a lot of my licks and riffs I play on that string. To be honest, I could probably get away without the low E than I could with the G. There's a lot of songs that would sound a little different, but I could definitely play without it. Yeah, but Chris, I'm not made out of drugs like Keith Richards is. See you, TR. Thanks for stopping by, man. I mean, I can get away with playing stuff like that, but yeah, I'm definitely restringing her tonight. Whatever I have over in the drawer, Steve. I think I have both 9s and 10s, to be honest. These are 9s. These are 10s. And these are fat bottom 9s. So 9s with the extra thick bottom. So I've got both. Which one will I put on this one? Probably the 9s. Probably the fat bottom 9s I'm going to save for when I restring the T's. So probably the standard 9s, because I think I want to put the 10s on Celeste. And that open D just doesn't sound quite as punchy without that G. Without that G string in there, that A. Anyways, all right. So there we go. Yeah, it's just about 8 o'clock. We'll wrap it up. We got 15 minutes or so to Ted's premiere. I believe Ted is supposed to be at the premiere, so we can all say hello to him. Yeah, it still sounds decent. I mean, because that you got the A on the open string here. If you're playing a big open chord, so. Yeah, so Ted didn't do a live, but Ted is still doing his premiere. The link to that, Chris, is up in my the pinned comment. He still has his premiere up and running, and he said when I talked to him this afternoon via text, he said he was going to do his best to try to make it to that. Yeah, he definitely did not. The live is definitely a no-go today. Okay, put the guitar down, Ubi. In the stream, Oobs. People are tired of hearing you talk. And they're definitely tired of hearing you play. If you're not tired of hearing me play, well, come around on Wednesday or Friday or back around on Monday. I play a lot of music. A lot of the same music, mind you. But I played a lot of music. And that's something I wonder. Am I feeling okay? Not really. Like I said, depression and anxiety is kicking my ass right now. But, fighting through it. It's embracing the suck. Hey, speak of the devil. There's Ted right there. So, as I said on Monday night stream, I'm thinking of putting up something where you guys can literally input covers that you would like to see on the show. I can't guarantee that I'll play everything that you put on them, but I will try to get to as many of them as I can. Is that something you guys want to see? Would that be something that you guys would be interested in? Would you use it? If so, then I'll set that up. Hopefully dinner was good for you, Ted. That's one I was thinking of doing. Yeah, Bad to the Bone was definitely one I was thinking of doing. What is with that? My noise reduction was not working correctly. Too many fried pickles. I didn't know such a thing existed, Ted. Yeah, my thought was, Chris, is that I want to expand the cover list enough so that it's not always the same covers every single time. Actually, my favorite is there is a fried zucchini we used to get back in Elko. I appreciate it, Bob. I suffer from depression and anxiety, and sometimes it's worse than others. Right now, it just happens to be one of those times where it's worse than others. So, but I appreciate it. Fried green pepper rings. That sounds great. Fried calamari is good. Fried gator is really good. Gator in general is good. Gator is just great. No, fried calamari is really good too. Fried green pepper rings. Now that sounds good. Yeah, for sure, GMG. For sure. And that's actually one of the things that if anybody goes back in my channel, you know, I'm open about it, and it's important to be open about it. You know, mental health like that is a stigmatism, especially for guys, and you know, it doesn't help you to keep it hidden. So sharing it helps work through it and heal it, and that's something I've always been really strong about. I won't make everything about that, but it's something that's, you know, I definitely won't shy away and talk. I definitely won't shy away from it. And if I get to a really low point, that's when I will seek out and open up about it, for sure. Because you can see sometimes where I was really struggling with it on my channel, and I haven't removed or deleted them because they're important for other people to see. It sucks, Bob. So, Chris, if you only said seafood, how are you on shellfish? Because the actual crab in Galveston fresh is amazing. We used to go get the deviled crab still in the shell. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Grouper and flounder, really good stuff. Cod is cod. I mean, mahi mahi also is another good one. Brandy loves getting that, and I love telling her she's eating flipper. All right, well, it's about 10 minutes to Ted's premiere, so I'm going to wind it down here. And we can all jump over into the chat for that premiere. The link is at the top. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me extra tonight as we covered for our good buddy Ted, who wasn't able to make his live. Just make sure everybody continued to have your normal Tuesday night hangout and all that fun stuff. And we'll see you over on the premiere here in just a little bit. Again, link is up in the pinned comment. And I'm also going to drop it in the chat. Bam, there you go. Hop on over there and make yourself at home. Get yourself your Diet Coke, get your soft pretzel, get your popcorn, and we'll hang out at Ted's premiere. Thanks you for everybody for hanging out tonight. Hopefully the information I gave you is something that's useful to you. If not, come back next week, man. I'll talk about something else. I'll do my best to try to teach you whatever it is you want to learn. So thanks, everybody, for being here this evening. We will see you all over on Ted's Live and then again on our next stream.